Hey sis, what is your deal, huh? Seriously, what is the big idea here? Why in the world are you here for me introducing my fiance's family to our family? What game are you trying to play here, huh? Carmen, what on earth are you talking about? You just said you brought over Tony's family to meet our family. You realize that includes me too, right? Besides, if anything, I should be the one asking you what you were trying to pull. I had to hear about this happening from Mom. I almost wasn't able to make it here to meet Tony's parents. Duh, that was kind of the whole point of not telling you to begin with. But I don't get it. I mean, I was so shocked when Mom called me over on the phone to ask me what time I'd be coming over. I told her that I had no idea what she was talking about, and she had to explain to me everything that was going on. I didn't even know what restaurant we were all going to be meeting at. I still can't believe that Mom just had to go out and run her mouth to you. She had no right to tell you that was going on. I was doing so well at making sure you didn't know this was going to be happening too. But I still don't understand why you wouldn't want me there to meet the family that you're about to marry into. I mean, the rest of the family is all there with you, right? I didn't want you there because I didn't want to suffer the humiliation of having to introduce you as my sister. Surely you could have guessed that much. Wait, what? What is that supposed to mean? You don't really mean that, do you? Of course I do. Just think about it. I went to an Ivy League school and graduated with honors. Tony also went to an amazing school and works for a huge company now. You really think I was ever going to let you go anywhere near my elite fiancé? You didn't even graduate high school. You had to go back to get your GED, and now you just run your sad little shop. Are you kidding me? Did you really think that that's all I've done with my life? Oh, please. I know you try to hide from everyone how sad and pathetic your life really is, but it's high time someone breaks you out of the fantasy world you're living in. That's why you need to learn your place and know that I'm not going to let you near my man. Are you telling me that you're really too embarrassed to have me meet your future in-laws and even your fiancé all because I didn't go to college? You know the whole reason I had to drop out of high school in the first place was because of the horrible car accident I was in. I had to go through months and months of PT and just didn't have the time or energy to put into going to school. But I worked hard after my recovery to be able to go back to school and finish my GED. Well, I'm glad that you're proud of all that, but to me, it's just a big blemish on our family's history. And the fact of the matter is that you still only have your GED. You're nothing. Do you understand that? How can you say that about your own sister? I really just don't get you. Well, it's the truth, so that's all there is to it. Besides, it's clear to me that you were just trying to flirt with my fiancé and steal him from me. You really don't think that that's what was happening, do you? We were just having a friendly conversation about what I do for a living. Tony seems to think it was interesting that I made my living growing and selling my own produce through my cafe. That's all we were talking about. I seriously don't even know why I bother with some poorly educated little nobody like you. You always ruin everything. And who cares about some idiot playing pretend in a cafe? You really think that that's going to last longer than a couple more years? Your business is going to fail and you're going to have nothing to show for your sad, pathetic life. I really wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. I'll have you know I'm working hard every day to make my cafe succeed. I don't really care at all what you're doing. Just don't try and do anything for attention around my fiancé ever again. It's embarrassing enough just being your sister, but if you're going to try and interfere with my life, then I'm going to make you pay.
Kim, I just wanted to say how great it was getting to meet you today. I was really looking forward to meeting Carmen's family, and I'm glad that you were there. Thank you so much for being so welcoming into your family and home. My parents and I really appreciated it.
Of course, we were all excited to meet the man who was going to be marrying my sister. So I hope that we all have the opportunity to see more of each other in the future. But I guess the next time that's going to happen will be the wedding, so I'll see you then.
Wait, sorry. There's actually something I wanted to ask you about, if that's all right. You said that your cafe was closed for the day, right? I was just wondering if we wouldn't be able to continue our conversation from earlier for a bit.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by that? I don't quite follow.
Well, you see, I went to an agricultural college, so I just really enjoyed talking about farming, especially with other people in the industry. In fact, even my parents' house has a little mini garden where we experiment growing different kinds of crops or things.
Oh, really? Well, I guess that certainly explains why you were so interested in what I do for a living.
And since I live in the city now, I don't have nearly as much as I did back home to be able to grow things. So talking to you was the first time I'd gotten to talk about that kind of thing in a long time. Besides, I just think it's so amazing that you grow your own food and incorporate that into your cafe business. To be honest with you, it's always been a dream of mine to do something like that. So anyways, I just wanted to say once again that I'm happy to have gotten to meet you today. And if it's okay, I'd love to see your garden and cafe one day.
Well, by all means, feel free to stop by while I'm open and I'll arrange a tour for you. In fact, I have a spare corner in my garden that's not really being used. You could grow something there if you wanted.
Wait, really? Do you mean that? That would be amazing. I hope I'm not being forward in saying that I would love for a chance to do that.
Well, as long as you take care of that bit of land and don't make it something I have to look after, it's all yours.
I don't even know what to say. It's been so long since I last got to garden. This is really amazing. I have to say, I'm really quite surprised by you. Carmen told me you two don't get along so well. So this whole time I was expecting you to be some kind of cruel, cold ice queen. But you're just a warm, kind-hearted person with a green thumb.
I really think you're being too kind with that description, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Wait a second, I got it. What if we hired you to cater a wedding? We would love to have some of your cooking there for everyone.
You want my cafe to cater your wedding with my sister?
Of course. We've already started the plans for the wedding and everything like that, so I know I'm not giving you a lot of time. But even just a simple menu would be amazing. I just think that would be a really special way to feed everyone on the big day.
Wow, Tony, I don't know what to say except that I'm honored that you would ask this of me. But what makes you so sure that my cafe's food is even good enough for all of your guests?
Well, it's just that my parents are going to be there at the wedding, of course, and as you might have noticed, they are getting quite old. Both of them actually have trouble even chewing meat now, so knowing that you have a whole vegetable garden and a menu full of good options in your cafe, I'm sure you're the right choice.
I see. Well, okay then, if you're really sure about this.
Not only that, but I always find wedding food to be so heavy, and I think having more veggies will make everyone feel better and prevent anyone from getting too sleepy. Besides, I have a couple modeling friends who I'm inviting, and they have been bugging me a lot about the menu. So this is also a way to address some of their worries.
I see. Well, I suppose people are wanting to eat more vegetables for all kinds of reasons these days. But anyways, if you're sure you'd like to hire my cafe, we'd be honored to cater your wedding.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so happy that we got to meet each other. This is going to be perfect.
And I'll spend some time thinking of a menu worthy of a wedding. Thank you so much for giving me something to do in my sister's wedding.
No. We're the ones who should be thanking you for being an option.
Of course, but I think it might be best if we keep my involvement a secret from Carmen. I just don't think this would go well if she found out beforehand.
Wait, what? You mean you don't want me to tell my sister that you're catering our wedding?
Well, it's like you said, Carmen and I don't really get along all that well, right? So I think that's why she shouldn't know my role in this. Just tell her you found some standard catering company and leave it at that.
Well, I suppose you would know how your sister would react better than I would. And who knows? Maybe the surprise might help push you two closer.
Yeah, I guess we'll see about that. But anyway, I'll help you out just as long as we keep it a secret from my sister.
Well, okay then. If those are your conditions, then I'll keep my mouth shut. If you just wouldn't mind sending over your menu ideas and rough budgets for them all, that would be great. I can't wait to see the finished product.
Hey, Carmen, what is your deal? Let me back inside, now! Why did you kick me out of your own wedding? What is the matter with you? I was only kicking you out for your own good, Don't you realize that a lowlife like you doesn't belong among all of these successful people? But you were the one that sent me the invitation to be here in the first place. The only reason I sent you an invitation was because I didn't want to hear any crap about not doing so from Mom and Dad. But you should have known that I didn't really want you here. Besides, how can you even afford to take a day off work to come here? I thought you could never take a day off from your cafe. You better run back to your shop and make sure you're not already bankrupt. I'd hate for you to get back just in time for there to be nothing left standing because the bank took their land back. I'll have you know that my cafe is not nearly as small of an operation as you think it is. And I would be more than fine to close the business for a day now and then. So can you please just let me back inside? Oh man, it really is just sad how hard you're trying to prove yourself right now. There's no way I'm ever going to believe that your business is anything but some rinky-dink little business that's on the verge of collapse. You really need to get a grip and realize you're nothing compared to some of the people here at my wedding. Of any, just look at the time. What in the world are we even talking about right now, Carmen? I mean, what are you even doing here this early? The guests for the wedding aren't supposed to show up for another 3 hours or so. Don't tell me that you're actually so stupid that you don't even know how to tell the time. I came here at this time because I have things to get ready, if you must know. And just what is it that you have to get ready, huh? Did you need to try and practice fitting in with all the amazing people who are going to be here? Well, don't bother because I don't want you here anyways, so just go back home and never come back. You really have no idea what you're talking about right now, do you? I know that I've kicked you out and that's enough. There's no place for you here, so why don't you just turn around and let me get married in peace? Just go back to your stupid little cafe and keep it running so you can put it off the inevitable. I'm telling you that I can't just go back to my cafe today. I came here for your wedding and I'm going to see it through. Am I supposed to find that kind of language kind? Or comforting? I'm telling you that I don't want you here, so why don't you just beat it? You really mean it. You really want me to just turn around and leave. Let me break this down for you, but Tony and I went to amazing schools. Everyone who is coming to this wedding are also all of the upper crust of our society and top people in their field. There simply isn't room for a poor little nobody like you to just hang in here. So I don't care what excuses you have to stay longer, but you're simply not wanted. I don't get why you're always putting me down just because I didn't go to college. Aren't you proud of me as a sister for achieving all I have in spite of what I've been through? I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, if all you've done is open up some crappy little cafe, it would just be insulting to you if I pretended like I was impressed, especially when your business just isn't going to last all that long anyways. Speaking of, you should really get back to work now, don't you think? Are you really sure you want me to leave then? How many times are you gonna make me repeat myself? Yes, I want you to leave. Go! It really isn't that hard. Just go back to your crappy little cafe to make your crappy little food and serve it to your crappy customers. I see. Well, okay, I can do that, but your guests are gonna have to be satisfied with just water then. What are you going on about? I mean that if you want me to go home, then I will, but just make sure to apologize to all your guests. Hey there, Tony. I'm really sorry about this, but I wasn't able to prepare any food for the wedding today. I've got some juice prepared, but you might have to cut them with water to make sure that they last the whole wedding.
Wait, what? Are you serious? What do you mean? What happened?
Well, I was just locked out of the venue and then ordered to go home by Carmen. She told me I didn't belong at the wedding because I'm poor and told me to go back to my cafe.
Are you kidding me? Did she really say that?
She really did. And to think that I was going to write all of this food off. I was going to take on this catering job as a wedding gift to you both, but she turned me away.
Well, hold on a second. I'll deal with this.
Kim, are you there? Why didn't you tell me you were catering my wedding? I didn't know that Tony hired you for that. Well, it's true, and it's why I was at the wedding venue so early. I'd been preparing for this all week, but then you told me to turn around and go home. Well, that's before I knew what was going on. You have to get back here right now. Everyone's about to arrive and there's nothing for anyone to eat. Sorry, but I've already returned to my cafe to do my job like you said. Well, I'm telling you something different now, so hurry up and get back, or else I'm gonna flood your shop with negative reviews. For doing what? Following your orders and turning around? You were the one who canceled my services at the last minute. But you don't understand. You need to get back here right now. Tony is saying that if you don't come back, he won't marry me. Wait, now he's saying that the wedding is off anyways. How did all of this happen so quickly? Why would you ruin my wedding like this? I didn't do anything to ruin your wedding. It's not my fault if your husband didn't know the kind of person you really were. But, I mean, I don't get it. Why would he be taking your side in this? He's not really going to just leave me just because I made fun of your lame job, is he? I think that if you don't know the answer to that question, then you really don't know your fiancé that well at all. I don't know what's going to happen next, but it sounds to me like you two have a lot of talking to do. Just leave me out of it. After that, I heard from Tony that he called the wedding off for the way that Carmen treated me in my job. After explaining the situation to his family, who were all sympathetic towards me and were actually looking forward to talking, they all understood and agreed with his decision. I also explained to my parents the kinds of things that Carmen had been saying about me and how Tony came to find out about all of that. Carmen begged Tony to get back with her, but he refused, after knowing how she felt about small business owners and agriculture workers. A group Tony was quite close with and connected with, he knew he could never be with her. After Tony canceled the wedding, I told him to bring his half of the wedding party to my cafe to enjoy all the food that was meant to serve at his wedding. I met many people who were interested in what I was doing, and my business really began to pick up through their word of mouth. Although my sister might not have gotten married, at least I made a great new friend and many important business connections.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Hey sis, I have news. Your adorable little brother has important news to share with you. I'm finally getting married.
Whoa, marriage?
I finally decided to propose to her, and she said yeah. I'm planning to have the ceremony by this year, and finally have her join the family.
Congrats, Liam. Does that mean you're finally introducing her to the family? More importantly, am I gonna meet her?
Actually, it's also why I wanted to talk to you today. I was planning to have her over for dinner sometime during the end of this month. Thing is, could you not speak to her during the dinner?
Wait, what do you mean? If I do that, then I can't properly introduce myself.
You see, she doesn't really like you. If anything, she didn't even want you to be invited for dinner, but I told her that it's really hard on me to do that to you. So I compromised with her, and she agreed as long as you don't talk to her.
Wait, what? What did I even do to make her dislike me that much? I haven't even met the girl yet.
You see, she's the daughter of a CEO, and they own a pretty huge company, so she really isn't fond of people with jobs like yours.
What did you just say?
Come on, sis. You work at a small-town factory. Wear a rather dirty uniform. She really doesn't like people working those kind of jobs, lol.
This isn't funny. It's because of that she doesn't want me at the dinner. And if I really have to be there, then I can't say a single word to her, huh? What a rude girl.
Can't be helped. She was raised to be pristine and perfect.
That doesn't make it okay to behave like that.
I understand where you're coming from, sis, but I really need you to be mature about this. Just don't say anything throughout the dinner, please. Don't embarrass me in front of her.
Embarrass you? You're my brother, so you should be able to tell her not to judge my place of work. I can't believe you're able to let her look down on family like that.
How in the world am I supposed to defend people who work at a dirty small-town factory? It reeks of sweat and dirt. Can't be helped if you're disliked for that. Telling her not to judge is way more impossible, lol.
What did you just say to me?
I'm begging you. Just don't say anything for me, please. I'm going to marry this girl. How do you think I'm going to feel if she backs out because of you? If that happens, you're going to be the one to take care of me.
What?
If you don't want that to happen, keep your mouth shut during dinner.
Whatever. If that's how you guys feel, then I'll just pop in to say hello and then leave. That'll be better for you guys anyways, right?
That's actually a great idea, thanks, lol. I'll go tell her about this.
Wow, what a surprise to see that my daughter's fiancé is your brother, Cassie. What a small world we live in, huh? It truly is. I didn't expect to see you there today at all. I'm still pretty shocked. I really wanted to talk to you more, Cassie. Were you feeling sick today? You hadn't spoken a word and left before dinner started. Yes, allergy season has me with such a stuffy nose. Because of that, conversations and eating are just a bit hard on me right now. I didn't want to disturb you guys during dinner, so I decided to leave. Oh, how unfortunate. Although I feel better knowing that it was just that. I had thought that it was my daughter that made you leave. Excuse me? I'm sure you heard from your brother about how my daughter is such a spoiled princess. She's especially picky about the people she wants to be around. Once she's decided to hate someone, she will never change her mind about it. She has a tendency to say things like, "I don't want to hear a single word coming from you," to those who she dislikes. Which is why I was so worried about that happening to you as well. Oh no, that isn't at all what happened. I was the one who said I wanted to go home. Oh my, it's so odd to think that my spoiled little girl is getting married. I had noticed that she seems a bit more relaxed now. I'm sure that's all thanks to Liam. Those two really seem to be enjoying each other's presence. Oh yes, those two really do seem to get along well. I'm so excited for the ceremony. We're very excited to have you as family soon. Thank you so much for coming today. You've arrived at the venue, yes? Yes, I just arrived. How rare for you to be the one to text me like this. I'm guessing that you're gonna tell me not to say a single word to you? My, how did you know? That was indeed the reason why I texted you. Knew it. But I've decided to rethink that choice. You can speak, but could you leave immediately afterwards? No offense, but I really don't want you here. What? I just can't accept you. I mean, a dirty small-town factory worker here at my wedding? Your presence here is just making everyone in this venue feel dirty. Lol. How could you? That dress. It's so ugly. It honestly suits a small-town factory worker like yourself. I mean, if you had put at least some effort into the way you dressed today, then I would have considered letting you stay. You're taking it way too far, Lisa. This is my favorite dress. You didn't have to talk about the dress for me to leave. Huh? A peasant like you has the audacity to talk back to me? Things like that is what annoys me the most, you know? Oh man, I suddenly lost the urge to go through with the wedding today. I'm sure if I back out the wedding, Liam would be so sad. You wouldn't. I'm sure you'd hate for that to happen. A peasant like you could never handle to be responsible for the cancelled wedding of her younger brother, right? So listen to what I'm about to tell you. I have no room for peasants like you, so get out of here. My wedding is not a place for a factory worker like you to attend. Fine. Goodbye. I never want to see your face again, got it? Yeah, sure, that's fine. I shall do as you wish. But first, since you so kindly gave me permission to speak, I will talk to your CEO mother before I leave. I will be sure to tell her to cut all deals she has with my factory. What? My factory sells her a very important material, and we've been working together for years. How sad to think that because of your wishes, that partnership is now gone. It sucks, but it can't be helped, yeah? Wait, hang on a minute. What are you talking about? You know my mother? Why should you care about a peasant like me? So don't mind me and have fun with your wedding, okay? Bye. Come back to the venue immediately. My mother is so mad at me right now. She says that if you don't come back to the venue, the whole wedding will be cancelled. She won't approve of this marriage and will kick me out of the house. Wow, that friendly Amanda said all of that? She did. My usually sweet and caring mother is so mad at me right now. Wait, is what she was saying true? That you're the owner of the factory? That your factory makes the very important part of our company? So important that if we don't have that, then our business is practically doomed? Oh, that? Yeah, it's all true. Which means that your family company will have to pause in production for a while. Without my factory, the company can't make any products to sell. You could find another factory, but I don't think there's any around that sells the same screws. You're kidding. You've been making something that important for us? We can't find a different place that produces the same thing? I mean, we use a very special method to make the screws special as well, even if it is just a screw. Our screws never loosen. Please, Cassie, I apologize for everything I've said to you, so please come back to the venue. I'll acknowledge that you tried, but all those things you said can't be erased. Plus, I don't have a dress that'll meet your standards. So even if you apologize that sincerely, I can't come back to the venue. I'm sorry for everything I said about your dress. Come to think of it, that dress wasn't even ugly. The dress and you were perfectly fine. That's what I really wanted to say. Oh, what was that? I think I have a dress that'll match you. So come back to the venue and I will give it to you, okay? Please say you'll attend the wedding. I'll even buy you a gorgeous dress. No thanks. Even if you don't approve of the dress, it's still my favorite. Your mother sent me this dress and I've been obsessed with it ever since. What? My mother bought that for you? Why would my mother send you a dress? She sent me the dress when I took over the factory. There was a small party to celebrate, and she bought that for me as a gift to congratulate me. She was talking to me about how hard it is for a girl to be a boss, and how we girls need to stick together from now on. That's when she handed me the dress. You're kidding! A really fancy dress from a really expensive brand store. A simple dress perfect for any occasion. It's such a wonderful gift that has been proven useful to me time and time again. So I'm in no need for any other dresses. Well, anyways, bye. I sincerely apologize for my daughter's actions. Oh no, there's no need for you to apologize, Amanda. Of course I have to. If you don't mind, I would like for a chance to properly apologize. Also to hopefully talk to you about reconsidering ending our partnership. Amanda, I promise you there is no need for this. You also don't have to worry about our partnership ending. I was just bluffing. I would never bring damage our business over something like this. Really? Of course. If anything, I'm sorry about making you worry about such a big thing. I just wanted to stick it to your daughter. Oh no, there's no need for you to apologize as well. This is all my daughter's fault anyways. I really am sorry for everything. I heard about the dinner party as well. I'm sorry for stepping out of place, but your daughter is a real piece of work. It's honestly embarrassing. I know you said that there is no need for apologies, but please let me. I won't feel better until I do. There is no need to. But in return, can we discuss about work? I wanted to talk about our current contract. What? So you really are thinking about ending our partnership? Oh no, nothing like that. It's just that the prices for the metals are going up in prices. That and a few more factors are really making it tough out here. When it comes to expenses, I wanted to discuss about the amount we had set. Definitely. I will make time for us to talk as soon as possible. I will definitely hear you out. I will be sure to contact you about this soon. Thanks. You can do it once everything calms down first, though. I'll be waiting for the call.
Hey sis, is it true that you're the owner of the factory now?
I don't see how this is of any relevance to you.
Oh, come on, don't be so cold, sis. I wanted to ask you a favor regarding that. Would it be possible if you hire me to work for your factory? Please, you're the only one who can help us.
Uh-huh. What happened for you to be this desperate?
See, after the ceremony, a lot happened. Lisa really did get kicked out by her mother. A girl who lived her life as a spoiled princess that has never worked a day in her life. Now she got kicked out.
That's just karma. It was her fault that her family company was almost in danger.
I get that, but there's other problems as well. After I get married with Lisa, I was planning on working at her family's company, which is why I quit my previous job. But now that plan is way out of the question.
Oh my, that does sound rough.
I worked at a pretty big company as well, but I thought I'd take over the family company one day, so I left. This is so unfair. So please, sis, let me work at your factory. I was pretty hard working at my last job. I'd be happy with just $75K a year, lol.
Huh?
Yearly wages go up when you've worked a while, right? Plus, I'm your younger brother, so you could do that for me, can't you?
Why would I agree to that? Why should I hire someone like you? If you're that desperate for a job, you better hurry up and start searching.
What, you're not gonna help your adorable little brother?
You? Cute? Not even close. Your older sister had to deal with harsh words from your wife, since you didn't want to help out.
I couldn't do anything about that. I didn't want to make her mad enough to back out on the wedding. Come on, please, sis. We practically will be homeless by tomorrow. I'm jobless. This is looking pretty bad for me.
Uh-huh.
I was planning on living in the apartment that our parents own, but that also became nothing after all this.
You really are jobless and homeless? Huh?
Exactly. Plus, I've used up all my savings on the wedding, but because her parents got mad and canceled the wedding, I had to refund everyone's money, and I didn't get any of my money back.
Wow. You really lost everything.
I promised not to let her judge you ever again. So please, your adorable little brother is in need of help.
Sorry, Liam, but my little brother doesn't exist anymore.
What?
Yep. Your wife told me not to be around her, so even if you beg me, I can't do anything.
All of that no longer counts. Lisa is over here saying that she's very sorry about everything, that she hopes to get along with you from now on.
You can tell her that I kindly decline her offer.
Come on.
Good luck. I'm busy working at my factory. After that, Liam went to beg for our parents' help as well. They also scolded him and explained that until I forgive them, he is no longer welcome back. He managed to find a job at a company after that, but compared to his last job, wage was pretty bad. And with how Lisa can't understand the value of money, all of his money is gone within a day. Eventually, Lisa applied to a job searching site, but ended up getting a job cleaning her parents' bathroom, crying every day how unfair life is.
Mallory, this is your mother. You need to wire $1,000 into my bank account right away. And just to make myself clear, I do not mean today. I do not mean this week. I do not mean whenever you can get around to it. I mean right this very instant. What's the rush? I just sent you some money a week ago. What happened to all of that? It wasn't anywhere near enough. I need an additional $1,000 right away, and I don't want to hear any more lip from you about it. Get yourself to the bank right now and send me the money. If you don't, the transfer won't get cleared in time for this weekend. Okay, if you're demanding $1,000 from me on top of the money I already sent you, then you owe me an explanation. What's going on this weekend that you need $1,000 for? What are you going to spend it on? Not that you deserve to know, but fine. I just got a call from Carl a few minutes ago. He told me that he wants to bring his fiancée by the house to introduce her to me. Not just that, he wants to come over this weekend. Apparently Saturday is the only day for the foreseeable future where they're both free. Wait a minute, did you just say fiancé? You mean to tell me my little brother is finally getting married? Well, aren't you clever? You figured that out all by yourself? In any case, I need to buy an entirely new outfit before she gets here. This is the woman that my dear precious son is going to spend the rest of his life with. I have to do my best to leave a good impression on her. Wow, that's so great to hear. I remember when we would play together in the sandbox in the backyard, and now he's getting married. I want to meet the lucky lady too. When were they planning on being at your place? I'll try to get there around the same time as them. What on earth are you going on about? I don't remember inviting you. Quite the contrary, I would never allow a pathetic college dropout like yourself to be anywhere near my home when they come over. Huh? His fiancée is a graduate of the same medical school as Carl. And what's more, her parents are wealthy entrepreneurs who run their own hospital. When I looked up the name of the hospital, I was blown away. It's one of the biggest in the state. They have world-class experts in multiple fields practicing there. They must have enough money to rival Elon Musk. Well, that certainly is an impressive family background. But I'm not understanding what the connection is between her family being rich and me not being allowed to meet her. Naturally, you wouldn't. You're far too stupid to make such a simple connection. Your brother Carl is a genius. He graduated at the top of his class and is already a prominent doctor at his young age. Likewise, his fiancée is a brilliant medical expert and the heiress to her family's hospital. And what are you, Mallory? You're nothing. All you are is an idiot who couldn't even make it through one lousy year of college before quitting. Excuse me? Did I not make myself clear? You do not deserve to be in the same room as Carl and his fiancée. If anything, you don't even belong on the same planet. There is no reason to subject either of them to someone of your lowly stature. Yeah, I'm still not getting the connection here. What does my educational attainment have to do with my brother getting married? I'm his sister, aren't I? All I want to do is meet the woman who's going to become my sister-in-law. And what gives you the right to deny me that opportunity? Silence, you petulant wretch! I am your mother, and I forbid you to come. End of discussion. Now stop wasting my time with your immature antics and rush down to the bank. You need to send me $1,000 before they close. Don't you dare show your face at my house this weekend. I'll call the police on you and have you arrested for trespassing.
Yo, Mallory! Hey, I've got great news for you. I'm getting married. I bet you never thought you'd see the day, huh? So yeah, I was gonna bring her to the house to introduce her to Mom, and I'd really love for you to meet her too.
Congratulations, Carl. I'm really happy for you. You're a bit late, though. I actually just heard about your engagement from Mom. She said you're bringing her by the house this weekend, right?
Oh, you mean you already knew? Man, why'd Mom have to go and spoil it? Ah, well, what's important is that you know. Are you free this weekend? Can you come down to Mom's house too? That way you can both meet her at the same time. I don't know when we'll be able to come back to town next. We're both pretty busy.
Yeah, about that. I'm sorry, Carl, but as much as I would love to come and see the two of you, right after Mom told me you were coming, she told me that I wasn't allowed to be there.
What?
Apparently she thinks I don't deserve to meet her because you guys are both doctors and I dropped out of college. She also did a bit of digging into your fiancé's family, which only added more fuel to that fire. She's not just a doctor, she's a doctor who also happens to be the heiress to a wealthy family. Mom also called me stupid and idiot and told me that I don't deserve to live on the same planet as you.
I don't believe this! Is she still going on about that? How much longer is she gonna keep giving you crap about not finishing college?
It's not even about college or anything. She'd still treat me like this if I got a PhD. Ever since we were kids, you were always her favorite. You always got great grades. You had a ton of friends. You were great at sports. And now you're a graduate of a prominent medical school and working as a doctor.
My success doesn't give her the right to treat you like you're less than me, playing favorites with her own children. What is wrong with our mom, Mallory?
I don't know what's wrong with her, but she clearly thinks you're the best thing that's going right for her. I hear she's constantly bragging about you. You remember that necklace you bought her for her birthday? She went around to all the neighbors to show it off. She was like, "You remember my precious son Carl? You know, the elite doctor making tons of money? Check out this necklace he bought me. It must have cost him a fortune."
She knows exactly how much it costs. She was the one who was constantly pestering me to buy that thing for her. She does that all the time, too. She'll find something she wants online and constantly beg me to buy it for her. Then when I finally break down and do it, I never hear from her again until she finds the next thing she wants.
At least she tells you thank you when you get her stuff. She typically throws away the stuff I get for her. After sending me a barrage of vulgar texts telling me what an awful gift it was, mind you.
My God, Mallory, I think we have the deep misfortune of being born to a soap opera character.
Right? I mean, her favoritism is so over the top that it's almost funny.
I mean, really, who gives their kids crap over not going to college? She should see the research on how far the cost-effectiveness of university education has plummeted over the last few decades. About the only people who should go to college are people like me who need to go to get certified. And besides, you're doing plenty well for yourself even without having a college degree.
Yeah, and that's just not enough for our dear mother. She only loves us to the extent she can brag about us, and my lack of a college degree makes it harder for her to do that, I suppose.
She ought to be ashamed of herself. I'm embarrassed for her, honestly. Okay, so forget about her. We'll have to arrange for some other time for you to meet my fiancé. Do you know what your schedule looks like for the next few weeks? Let me know. One of us could always take the afternoon off to come and visit you.
No, I would hate for you to have to take time off because of me. I mean, an afternoon off for you would cost you enough money to buy a sports car, wouldn't it?
Okay, that is an exaggeration. I don't make that much money.
Maybe not, but I'll bet your fiancé has enough money in her account to buy an entire car company. Anyway, I'll send you my schedule. And if there's a conflict, I'll be the one to take time off, okay? Goodness me, Carl's fiancée was such a fine young lady. Everything about her was impeccable. The way she walked, the way she talked, it all shows that she's a well-educated girl from a high-class family. To think a girl as fine as her is going to be my daughter-in-law. It's like a dream come true. It sounds like you approve of her. That's good to hear. She does seem like a nice girl, doesn't she? Nice doesn't even begin to describe her. Don't insult her with your limited vocabulary. Carl says they're going to have the wedding sometime within the year. I can't wait. It's going to be the best day of my life. Me too. I'm going to have to make sure to keep my schedule open. Did he give you a rough idea of when the wedding was going to be? The sooner I know, the easier it will be for me to get time off. Yes, he told me when the wedding is going to be. Okay. Are you gonna, tell me when it is? Under no circumstances whatsoever. There is no place at your brother's wedding for you, so don't bother taking time off of work. You can just go and do whatever menial tasks they usually make you do. Really? Yes, really, and I think you know why. You were too stupid to get through college, but please tell me you're not stupid enough to make me explain myself here. I think I have a pretty good guess. It's because I dropped out of college, right? Right you are, Mallory. Both the bride and groom are elite doctors who graduated from elite universities. That means the wedding guests will all be similarly elite, educated, wealthy people. There definitely won't be any other pathetic failure dropouts there besides you. It would be humiliating for you to be in such high-class company. It's for your own good that you stay home. I don't think Carl is implementing a college degree requirement for attendance at his wedding. Not to mention, I am his sister. But that's the reason you're telling me I can't come, huh? That's awfully petty and stupid. Their wedding is going to be quite a spectacle. Everything is going to be top-notch, from the decorations in the chapel to the live music during the reception. It will be the kind of event that you have to be highly educated to even understand how incredible it is. So it would all be a total waste on you. I can't allow Carl to waste any of his hard-earned money on someone who doesn't even know caviar from chicken nuggets. Whatever, I give up. You won't tell me the date for the wedding? Fine. I'll just go to work on that day like usual. Would that make you happy? Nothing you ever do could possibly make me happy. But I am relieved, though, to know you at least have the common decency to not ruin your brother's wedding. Mallory, are you there? I have a question for you. What do you want, Mom? What are your plans for tomorrow? Tomorrow? I'm gonna go into the office tomorrow, actually. It's a really busy time of year for us. Basically, everyone's putting in extra hours. Excellent! Excellent? Why? If you're going to be at work, that means you won't be able to sneak your way into the wedding. Huh? Don't tell me you forgot. Tomorrow is Carl's wedding. I know I told you not to come, but I thought for sure you'd try some underhanded way of coming against my wishes. I just wanted to make sure you were still planning to obey my orders. Yes, Mother dearest, as I told you before, I am not going to the wedding tomorrow. What did you think? I was lying to you about working? I wouldn't put it past you. You were oddly compliant when I told you not to come to Carl's wedding. I expected you to throw a tantrum like a spoiled little brat, but you simply gave in immediately. You can't blame me for being suspicious. I'm kind of done fighting with you anymore, Mom. There's no point in it. No matter what I say or do, you'll always look down on me because I dropped out of college. Meanwhile, you've showered Carl with love and affection for as long as I can remember. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste my breath on you anymore. You're free to think of me as you wish. I don't need your permission to see you for what you are. Now, I'm only going to tell you this one more time, so pay attention. You are not welcome at your brother's wedding tomorrow. Enjoy your menial, unskilled labor.
Tomorrow? What are you talking about? My wedding was yesterday.
What?
So you can stop obsessively telling Mallory not to come to my wedding tomorrow, because my wedding isn't tomorrow, it was yesterday.
The wedding was yesterday? Wait, why are you saying my wedding? This isn't Mallory, is it? Who are you?
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to startle you. It's me, Mom, your pride and joy, Carl. I happened to drop by Mallory's place just now and saw that you were talking by text, so I thought I'd borrow her phone for a moment.
Is it really you, Carl? What are you doing at Mallory's house?
I wanted to thank her for all her hard work in putting together the wedding yesterday. Thanks to her, we had the best wedding we could have possibly asked for, so I came by with a little gift to show my appreciation.
Carl, I don't understand. What do you mean the wedding was yesterday? That's impossible. Your wedding is tomorrow.
Sorry, Mom. The truth is, I need to apologize. I told you the wedding was tomorrow, but that was a lie.
A lie? You lied to me?
I did, Mom. The wedding was yesterday. I thought about it for a long time and decided that I didn't want you at the wedding. So I made a fake invitation just for you with the wrong date on it.
No, that can't be. What are you thinking, Carl? I am your mother. You can't have a wedding without the mother of the groom. Why would you do such a terrible thing to me?
It's simple. I wanted Mallory to come, but you were bound and determined to keep her away. I thought about just ignoring you and inviting her anyway, but I didn't want to have to deal with the chaos that could cause at our wedding. So I had a choice to make. Have my mother at my wedding or have my sister at my wedding. Couldn't choose both of you, and so I chose Mallory.
That's ridiculous. Why wouldn't you choose me over her? Who was it who raised you,
Mallory did. That's why I invited her and not you.
What?
I know it couldn't have been easy for you being a single mother and all, but even still, you were always so caught up in work and everything else you wanted to do that you never paid any attention to us at all. Anytime you did talk to us, it was typically to complain about the fact that we even existed. You'd be like, if it weren't for you two, my life would be so much easier.
Did I say that?
Yeah, all the time. And whenever you got like that, the only person who was there to cheer me up was Mallory. She always had to take charge of things around the house while you were away at work or the bar. I'd say that Mallory changed more of my diapers than you ever did.
That's not true. I gave you all the love that you could possibly want from a mother. Especially you, Carl. I loved you more than anyone else in the entire world.
Love? That wasn't love. You treated me like some kind of a trophy. Only problem was you didn't earn me.
I don't understand.
You only started bragging to your friends about me after I started doing well in school. I'm pretty sure the first time you ever said the words "I love you" to me was after I got the best score in the class on a test in middle school. After that, you pulled out all the stops to spoil me. Up until then, it was nothing but, why did I have to get stuck with you two brats? And I wish I had never married that jerk and had you two. It was quite the change in attitude, and practically overnight.
I don't think I ever said anything that terrible.
Believe me, you said much worse to us. Then you started bragging about things I hadn't even done yet. You told your friends I got accepted into the private school you made me apply for before I even took the test. Then you told them that I was going to go to med school before I even decided on my undergraduate program. It was all because you wanted to show me off to everyone. To you, I was nothing more than an expensive car or luxury designer handbag.
Carl, how could you think that way about me? All I ever did was believe in your potential. And I was right, wasn't I? Your sister had to drop out of college because she couldn't handle it, but you went all the way.
You think she wanted to drop out of college? She had to. That was around the time you signed me up for the entrance exam at that private high school, right? It was obvious that I wasn't going to be able to pass on my own, so she quit college to take a job as a private tutor. She did that specifically so she could get all the practice materials that only professionals have access to. That's the only reason I was able to get into that school.
Wait, she was a tutor? I don't remember that.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. You never took any interest in her career at all, did you? Do you even know what she's doing right now?
Well, I suppose she's still working as a private tutor?
Meh, wrong. She changed jobs years ago. She's working as a wedding planner now.
She is?
Yeah, she quit working as a tutor as soon as I passed the entrance exam for med school. She said that she wanted to finally do what she had always wanted to do. And it's thanks to her that our wedding yesterday was such a massive success. Me and my wife are always on call, so we never had much of a chance to sit down and plan anything. So she communicated with both of us by text and did most of the planning all by herself. And get this, she wouldn't even take a commission. It was all I could do to get her to accept compensation for the time she spent planning everything for us.
That was quite generous of her.
Generous doesn't begin to describe the kind of person she is. Mallory has always been there for me in middle school, high school, university, and even to this very day. So how could I have a wedding without her?
Well, be that as it may, I am still your mother. There's no justification whatsoever for you to have your wedding without me. That was completely out of line, young man.
You know what else is out of line? The way you talk down on Mallory for dropping out of college when you dropped out of high school.
What?
That's right, Mom. I know all about it. You did your best to hide it, but I know that you dropped out of high school the very day you turned 16.
How?
Grandma told me back when we were kids.
She told you? Why would she do that to me? She had no business telling you.
Don't change the subject, Mom. This is about you and your behavior. So do you have anything to say for yourself?
Carl, you have to understand.
No, I really don't. You told Mallory she wouldn't fit in at my wedding because she dropped out of college. But unfortunately for you, my actual criteria was a high school diploma or GED. Sorry, Mom, that means you don't qualify.
But...
And that's all I have to say to you, so I'm gonna give Mallory her phone back now. Now, let me make one thing perfectly clear to you. You did this to yourself. You are not gonna give Mallory any crap about me not inviting you to the wedding. That was my decision, and my decision alone.
Carl, wait, please. Please, can't we talk? Not by text. Let's talk on the phone, all right? I'm not angry at you for lying to me about your wedding, honest. All I want to do is talk to you for a little while. Won't you please answer your phone?
I don't feel much like talking to you right now. Actually, I'd prefer if you didn't call or text me for a long time after this.
No!
Goodbye, Mom.
Mallory, I need some more money from you. The money you sent me last month is already gone. From now on, I need you to send me $1,000 on the first day of every month. And don't be late. Are you serious? If you don't like it, then I'll just have to move in with you. Those are your two options, so make your choice. Hold it right there, Mom. What is the matter with you? I'm not sending you any money, and I am definitely not letting you live with me. I don't have any other options, though. Carl won't talk to me anymore. My plan is ruined. Your plan? I was planning on asking Carl and his wife to send me some money every month after they get married. They're both doctors, and her family is incredibly wealthy. They can afford a measly $1,000 a month. But Carl blocked my number before I got the chance to ask him. Wow, that is some plan, living off your son's success. The last time we spoke, he said that if I didn't start treating you better, that he would never speak to me again. He won't even let me meet my grandchildren. Can you believe that? After all that I've done for him, this is how he repays me? Ironic, isn't it? You poured all of your love and affection onto him, and then he ends up cutting off contact with you. I should have known better than to put my faith in him. Men are all the same. Carl abandoned me just like his creep of a father. That's why us girls have to stick together, right, Mallory? You'll never turn your back on me like Carl, right? I don't like where this is going. I'm sorry for being so cold to you all these years, darling, but now I finally see the truth. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm so proud to have a hard-working, trustworthy daughter like you. Let's put Carl behind us and live the rest of our lives together in peace and harmony.
Sorry, Mom. No can do. I'm leaving the country next month.
You are?
Yep, Carl's wedding was my magnum opus. There's no way I'll ever top that, so now it's time for me to chase a new dream, becoming a success in another country. I've been going to a language school after work for the last several years. I'm fluent in French, Spanish, Italian, German, and Portuguese. The world is my oyster, and I'm gonna go find me some pearls.
You mean you're going to leave me here by myself? You're all I have, Mallory.
Then I guess you're out of luck because I've already bought my tickets.
Well, when are you coming back?
I don't know. I was thinking never, actually.
Never?
Have a nice life, Mom. Or don't. Either way, it makes no difference to me. Au revoir, adios, ciao, bye-bye. I blocked my mom's number immediately after that last text. Then 1 month later, I boarded my flight and set off for my new life. Carl tells me that Mom is still doing everything possible to get him to talk to her, but he just ignores her every time. She tried going to some of her relatives for support, but they all told her the same thing. You did this to yourself. Her troubles didn't end there, however. Remember how she had a nasty habit of bragging about things Carl hadn't done yet? Well, it turns out she had been telling the neighbors that her rich son and his billionaire wife were going to build a brand new house for her. Needless to say, that hasn't materialized yet. She's so embarrassed about everyone knowing she's a big fat liar that she barely even leaves her house anymore these days.
Hey, Lila! I really hate to ask this, but I'm going to need you to start sending me money every month. I'm thinking that we can start at $1,000 a month and see where we can go from there. Thanks for understanding.
Wait, Tammy, you want me to send money every month?
That's right. Tim has been sending us about $2,000 a month, but that just isn't enough for us to get by on. So now you need to start giving us some money too, okay?
My husband's already sending you that much money and it's still not enough. I think that means there's something wrong with the way you're spending the money. I mean, your parents really only have their retirement money to live off of. I would think between the money from Tim and then that would be enough.
So you're saying that you're just going to let my mom and I keep being poor? What if there's another health scare and we don't have enough money for the hospital? What are we supposed to do then? The doctor said that there was a chance that he would have to increase her prescription size and it's already expensive enough right now.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe you should be the one to help your mom next time that happens.
What do you mean I should be the one to help my mom?
I just mean that it sounds like your parents are already sending you plenty of money. So I think that if that really isn't enough, then maybe you should contribute a little more.
Excuse me? Just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
Well, I heard a bit about it from Tim, but you're not looking for a job right now, are you? I mean, it's already been a whole year since you got let go. Don't you think it's time to start working again? I mean, if you did that, then I'm sure you would be able to take care of your money problems.
I am sorry, but I have no intention of looking for a job anytime soon. That is why I'm coming to you to make up the money that we need. Now just hurry up and pay me.
What do you mean you don't intend to look for a job? You mean you're just going to stay unemployed?
That's right. I do, in fact. I mean, someone has got to stay home and take care of my mom, and that someone is going to be me.
Is your mom really doing that poorly right now?
You have no idea how tough things are over here. I'm so busy all the time, and you never know when my mom might trip and then we'd have to take her to the hospital or something. That's why I'm choosing to stay at home for all of this. That's why I can't just go out and find a job.
I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that your mom is healthy enough to get herself to the hospital if she needs to go. I'm sure that you do a lot to set her at ease by being at home, but I hear that all you do is just sit on the couch and play on your phone.
What? Who said that? And just what makes you think my mom can get there herself if something bad were to happen? Who cares if I'm looking at my phone as long as I'm there and ready to get my mom out of there in case of an emergency?
I guess you have a point there. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm glad you think so. Maybe now you understand why I need to be home to look after my mom. You never know when something terrible could happen to my mom and that could keep her from getting to the hospital herself. But by staying at home, I'm basically an ambulance service right in her house. If anything, I would be dangerous if I found a job and had to leave home every day. Now, as you can see, I have my hands very full watching my mom here, so at least you could do is send me a little money every month. Again, I'm thinking we start with $1,000 and see how things go from there. It might change if I need more spending money.
Now just hold on a second. You mean that you're taking some money for yourself out of the money your parents are sending you?
Well, of course I am. I mean, it's hard work having to take care of my mom. You think I would do this if I wasn't getting paid? I am working around the clock with 365 days a year, and I need to get something for all of that effort.
I really don't even know what to say.
So, anyways, go ahead and start sending me the money this month, okay? Tim has been the one giving us money up to now, so it's not fair for you to be the only one not helping take care of my parents. They're your in-laws too, you know. Oh, Lila, I'm so sorry. I heard that Tammy called you about sending money. I just don't want you to pay her any mind at all. We don't need to be sent any more money, I promise.
Oh, really? But she seemed to be really scared that you might get sick or hurt at any moment. She also said something about your medication or treatment getting more expensive soon as well.
Yes, but they did up my dosage for some of my pills, but it was only on slight amounts. But it still isn't that expensive because I've been taking the generic brand this whole time. The new price is only about $20 more a month.
Oh, really? That's all that it went up by?
But Tammy keeps pushing me to stop using generic brands of medicine. She told me that I should just take the name brand and ask you to pay for it all. But even if I did that, I would probably only need like an additional $100 a month.
Is that it? Just 100? But Tammy said that she would need another $1,000 to be able to take care of you.
Oh, this girl. Did she really say that? What is the matter with her?
She said that the $2,000 a month she was getting wasn't enough for her. But I also heard from Tammy that she's just refusing to look for a job at all. She said that she's too busy taking care of you to work. That's why she was asking for another $1,000 a month to help with that.
Wait. You said we're getting $2,000 a month? Are you guys paying that much a month already? I thought that you were only sending us $500 a month. Where did those $2,000 came from?
Well, it was Tammy's idea. She suggested it after she started living with you. She said that your retirement money was much less than she thought and that she needed more money to take care of you.
She said what? What is she talking about?
I know that we talked about this earlier, and you said that between your retirement and $500 a month you were going to be fine. But Tammy said that you were living right on the edge financially and that you'd be needing much more to be comfortable. So anyway, I talked with Tim and he suggested we up it to $2,000.
But Tammy never told me anything about any of this. I mean, we were living more than comfortably when you were sending us $500 a month. Oh no, I'm so sorry if we've made things really difficult for you by having you send so much. The thing is that, well, Tammy chose to live back at home despite all my best telling her otherwise.
You mean that she's living there despite you not wanting her to?
Oh, not only that, but when she came to move in, she insisted on taking over all of the finances for the house and took my bank cards to manage the account. I haven't touched the money since then, so maybe that's why I have no idea about any of this. But now I'm sure that Tammy is just using all the money you've added for herself. It's no wonder she just doesn't want to work when she is just ripping you off.
So then you think that this extra $1,000 would have gone straight to Tammy as well?
Aye, without a doubt. She is just wanting to pocket that money for herself. And to think that you were already supporting us and Tammy had the gall to ask more from you.
Oh, right, that actually reminds me. About the money, it seems to me like Tammy thinks it's Tom who's sending it. She told me that the $1,000 was the least that I could send to be a good daughter-in-law.
Oh my goodness, that girl seriously doesn't know when to quit, does she? I've already tried to talking to her over and over, but she just refuses to listen to me. She refuses to believe what I'm saying.
What do you mean? What are you trying to tell her?
Well, she thinks that her brother Tim works for some huge company, and that's why she thinks that he's the one who has been sending the money all this time. I tried explaining that you're the one who's been sending the money this whole time, but she thinks that I'm saying to do you a favor by saying that.
Well, it is true that Tim's company is working via contract for a huge corporation, but I'm the one who's actually working for said company.
Lila, I want you to not worry about sending us that much money anymore. Please just reduce it back down to 500 that it used to be. Meanwhile, I am going to have a serious talk with Tammy.
Wait, Pearl, maybe before we do that, you, Tim, and I should talk in person about this. Of course, I think that Tammy deserves a talking to, but I also think that she's tricked us for a long time, and probably still has more tricks up her sleeve.
You're right, but I'm still just so sorry for all of this. You know that I've thought about kicking Tammy out, even cutting her off entirely. I've thought about it, but you're right. I think we should talk together. Hey, Lila! You have got some explaining to do. I still haven't seen your money transferred into my account. Hurry up and pay me right now.
Yeah, that isn't going to actually happen.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? What kind of game is this? Are you really not going to do anything to take care of your mother-in-law?
I've actually paid much more than I ever intended to pay to help her. But now I know that none of that money was actually going to help her.
What are you talking about? We are in serious dire straits financially, and you say this now? Fine. If you really don't want to do anything, then fine. I guess it's a good thing that I've already moved to get rid of you. I sent your divorce papers to the courthouse today.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean that I thought of a solution to all of our problems. I'll just ask Tim to move in with Mom and I get rid of you. After all, it's Tim who works for the huge company and who sends us money while you do nothing for us at all. That's why I knew I had to get you out of the picture.
I seriously have no idea what you're talking about in the slightest. You're telling me that you sent off divorce papers for Tim and I without asking us at all first?
It was the only move I had. I mean, you're the one who refuses to live with Mom, and it's your fault that Tim doesn't want to live here anymore. I knew that if you and him were no longer together, though, then that would mean he would come back to us, finally.
I seriously have no idea what goes on in that head of yours sometimes.
Well, you've done this to yourself. You should have just sent the money like I asked you to. Of course, I know that you don't make nearly as much as my brother, so maybe you just couldn't afford it. Honestly, though, you should be ashamed of yourself for not doing more to help out your husband's family in our time of need. At least now, Tim is finally free.
I've had just about enough out of you. You're going to regret this.
What are you talking about now?
I mean that I've reached the limits of my patience. You're a selfish, mean woman who only ever thinks of herself. But fine, if that's really what you want, then you can have your brother back and I'll stop sending the $2,000 a month.
What are you saying? I already know that it's actually my brother who's been sending the money. You haven't given a cent, so don't try and talk all high and mighty to me now.
You're going to really talk to me about not contributing anything when you've refused to look for a job for a whole year? Did you think that I was just going to keep working for you all this time? You thought I'd just let you get away with that?
What do you mean? You don't give me anything. I'm not wrong. Honestly, you are such a spoiled little girl. I've explained this to you over and over again, but you just refuse to listen. And now you've gone so far as to fraudulently send out divorce papers for your brother and Lila? What is the matter with you? Why do you insist on causing me so much trouble in my old age? You're the reason that I'm having financial troubles. Wait a second, hold on. Is this my mom? That's right. I'm here with Lila right now, and you have never once expressed any gratitude for all the money she has given us. Not only that, but you couldn't be satisfied and just had to keep asking for more and more to take for yourself. Wait. I still don't understand what's going on. I thought it was Tim who was sending us money this whole time. I just wanted my brother to come back home. That's why I did what I did. I mean, if he came back to live with us, we would never have to worry about money again. And the three of us could all live happily. If you think that we are going to be financially okay with just my retirement money and Tim's salary, you are dead wrong. Tim just works for a company under a contract by a huge company you think that he does work for. But he doesn't even make all that much. You mean that my brother is just working as a contractor? Of course he does. How many times have I walked you through this? Why don't you ever listen to me when I try to tell you these kind of things? Honestly, you've always been such a stubborn girl, but I didn't think that you were this stupid either. The one who has been sending us money this whole time has been Lila. Really? She has? Are you serious? Wait, no, that isn't right. Oh, please, don't even try to deny it. And now, you've gone and ruined your older brother's marriage to such a sweet woman. Well, Lila is going to stop sending us money thanks to you. We're going to have to sell the house now. Hold on, what do you mean? Are we really going to have to sell the house? Mom, please tell me that you're not serious about that. I don't know how we're supposed to keep going with this way without that support from Lila. At this rate, I have enough savings to put myself into a retirement home and that's it. So, I'm moving out anyways. But, Mom, you just can't decide something like that without talking to me about it first. I mean, I don't want you to sell the house. I don't have a job. Where am I supposed to live? That is for you to figure out, Tammy. It's all your fault that this is happening, so you can find your own way out of this mess now. You can't be serious, right? Of course I am, and don't bother going to ask Tim for help either. Tim is here with us as well, and he says that you are no longer his sister after what you tried to do to sabotage his marriage. He says he wants nothing to do with you from here on out. Please tell me that this isn't really happening. You mean that no one is going to help me out? That's right. You blew up the living situation you had through your selfishness. But don't worry, I don't blame you. After all, you were doing all of that you did to try and help me, your dear old mom. That's why you asked Tammy for some more money. And that's why you tried to get her and Tim divorced, so he would come back to live with us. You did all that so we could both live more comfortable, right? I don't understand. What are you getting at with all of this? Well, not only did your plan not work, it would never have worked. And now it's blown up everything. You're on your own from now on, Tammy. Lila, I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry for sending out your divorce papers like that. I'm so sorry for everything that I've done to you.
You don't have to apologize to me, you know. I already called the courthouse and explained to them what happened. So basically, I was able to save my marriage from what you tried to do. Your fake divorce papers have already been purged from the system over there.
Oh, really? You were able to stop it? So then, that means that you forgive me for what I've done?
Oh no, I do not forgive you one bit for what you did. You have serious issues that you need to work out, but I never want to have to deal with you again.
Wait, Lila, please. I don't have a job or a place to live. Mom sold the house and is living in that retirement home. But she did all of that without even telling me. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do now.
How about you go and find a job? I'm sure your mom is so relieved to finally be free of you. But you need to learn to take care of yourself.
You can't be serious, right?
Well, you said the whole reason you weren't working was to take care of your mom, right? Now that you don't have to do that, you're free to work and make as much money as you can.
But, I mean, that's not what I meant.
Don't you see? You're finally free from all the hard work you were having to do for your mom. I know you can do it if you put your mind to it. Good luck! After that, I blocked Tammy's number and didn't hear from her again. Not long after that, I went to help Pearl move her things into our place. She lied about the retirement home and now lives with Tim and I. I heard through the grapevine that Tammy finally started to work, except that she's constantly getting in trouble and always on the verge of being fired. Still, she knows that she can't go to anyone for help and has to figure this out for herself.